Yo. No, look, didn't nobody ask for this white on white crime? Okay, nobody asked for this white on
No.
white crime.
Oh man,
Oh god,
he over here looking like Frosty, y'all.
King of the hill, on left the side of the road.
Oh,
Nobody asked white on white crime.
You guys act like you've never seen a beard before. It's still there.
What's not?
where?
Oh my god.
Where?
What was
It
that?
looked like, fam. It looked like you took all the snow that was left and just put it on your face.
Where's it at? I can't see it.
This man, this man wrote a whole. This
See?
man had a whole paragraph on his face, then used a whole bottle of white on him. Rubbing it like lotion.
No, Mark, that's what it is. You can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it.
It's
Oh,
the
because
blue
so
beard.
you put invisible ink on there.
Yeah.
He got extra sunscreen on.
Basil, why'd you shave?
I didn't shave.
What'd you
Wait.
do? Rub your head across a tree?
You had a whole beard when you came to my house that day. That's how I know.
Facts.
You had a whole beard.
Facts. All up
I
to
still
this
do.
point.
I don't know what you're
The
talking about.
whole year up to this point, we had nothing but facial hair.
So that's what your chin look like.
Now that I see you without your beard, you look like Marcel's cousin.
Man, y'all be tripping. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo.
Okay, it's not Marcel's cousin. He looked like Peter Griffin.
I'm Peter Griffin. Bad at the white.
What the other great debaters?
Wow.
Where's everybody at, bro?
Dang. So that means
if
so if Marcel comes in, it's the chicken and Peter Griffin fight all over again in real life. Oh no.
Oh. Disrespectful.
That's a little far, bro. That one was a little far, dog. Oh god, he said Peter Griffin.
Hey, we can't no longer call Basil the gingerbread man no more.
No, we can't. It's messed up.
He was never a ginger to begin with.
He took all the milk from that glass.
Wait,
and just put it on
were you
his
born a
face.
ginger, Basil? Do you not have a soul?
No, actually, I was a blonde kid with the bluest of eyes.
It makes sense now. It makes sense now.
Oh, where are you going with that, Mark?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Does it begin with an A?
No.
You already knew where I was going. You knew where I was going.
What?
Oh.
You don't get it, David? Blonde hair, blue eyes.
I have a German last name.
Adolf Hitler, guys. Dang
Oh.
it. Jeez.
No, I was going for Aryanism, but he didn't get it.
For the Aryan race?
Look, I actually take the one word. That's what I was thinking of. That's why I was like, "Hey, where the A at?"
Aryanism.
So,
We got two of them actually. So
If Basil had a goatee, he looked like the white Mr. Brown.
what was that? Wait, what?
Wait.
He'd be the white Mr. Brown.
Oh, where he actually don't need to put lotion on. He can just walk as he is.
Instead of lotion, Basil use baby powder. Basil like he put a bunch of baby powder.
No.
on his face.
No. He just comes as is.
Yo.
The generic brand.
Y'all really reckless.
How are we reckless?
We're gonna stop that.
Man, first you guys make fun of my beard, now you're making fun of my skin. What the fuck?
It's okay, bro. Just stop
It's
eating
not.
powdered donuts.
It's not your skin.
Just stop
That's
eating
not the
powdered donuts.
problem.
We ain't judge you after we ain't judge you after color of your skin. We judge you after context of your character. I'm just saying.
It's content of your character, first of all.
No,
Second,
I judge you on the content of your facial expressions and how all your facial hair
so
is not
ghetto.
showing up in camera.
Why is it so
That's
ghetto?
what I'm talking
You know
about.
what? That's the problem. It's just not showing up on camera. It's still there.
Also, it's
Zoom
it's like a vampire.
Zoom in real quick.
This nigga said zoom in.
Zoom in.
I have a MacBook Air. There is no zoom in.
I wish there was though.
Let me see
That's
if I
what
put
I'm
it
gonna
sideways,
buy.
see if I see it. I still don't see it.
No, I wish there was a stronger processor so I can run like a proper like green screen behind me without actually needing a green screen.
True.
You fine. Walk it off. Go play.
Hey. David
True
over
black
here
dad.
babysitting. David over here babysitting, bro.
Nah, David over here, he tormenting his kids. I'm gonna tell you why
Go
David
play.
tortured his kids. This man gave his son a pop pot, didn't even check to see if it was too hot or not. He was just like, find out.
Yo.
I for sure forgot. I just took
That's
it out.
real.
I let it cool for 10 minutes. I'm like, it's gonna cool on itself.
He said,
But,
find out. Didn't even cut it open.
What kind of pot pie?
That's real though.
Chicken. Chicken
Low
Popeye.
key, I start eating the beef
From
Popeye.
Banquet.
The what?
Beef one? The beef Popeye. I tried it and it wasn't that bad.
Y'all nasty.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm craving the shepherd's pie right now.
Shepherd's pie?
Yes.
Hey, shepherd's
I'm-
pie.
I don't
Y'all
have my.
disgusting.
Or a
You never
pasty.
had shepherd's pie?
I've
Thank
had shepherd's pie, but y'all disgusting if y'all crave shepherd's pie.
You don't like shepherd's pie?
No, I don't crave it.
I haven't had it in a while.
David's pregnant, y'all.
I should ask my,
I'm not pregnant.
David
I
is
just haven't
pregnant.
had it in a few years.
If you
David got pregnant.
A few years was just like 10
Oh, wait,
years.
wait.
Because I'm
David
thinking
got
about
pregnant.
mashed potatoes.
David got pregnant. Basil started
Corn.
stressing out. Basil's the father. Oh no!
Like, I know you want to talk about this. Really? You really want to start this? Hey, black on black crime starting right now. You really want to do this?
take Martin versus David, take one.
We can't do that. We know too much about each other. We got to let that one go. We know too much.
That's where it gets better.
I know, this one gets better.
We know too much.
Yeah, which means you have a lot of ammo. This could go all night.
That's like me and Chris. That's like me and Chris. We literally go.
Hey David, put your babies in the attic, bro.
In
Nah,
the attic?
so,
In the attic?
They're making too much noise.
Usually it's me making noise,
Okay.
David. What's going on? What's going on? KrisCross corner gonna be crazy tomorrow.
I know. We gotta get more questions from the audience.
that's tough.
All we got is underrated music albums. Like no one wants to talk about underrated music albums.
A lot of people do. I do.
People message me talk about the possible free agency moves in both sports, and basketball and football.
Sports?
And I'm like, that's not entertaining.
So then
anymore.
what would y'all want to talk about then?
We gonna make up our own topic. Shit.
We
Exactly.
literally- Right. But see, that's what we and Chris
You know
do,
what
that we
really
come up with
grinds
something
my
on the
gears?
fly.
Say that.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Ain't that about a bitch?
Wait. Isn't that the new segment?
No, the new segment. What's about a bitch today?
Ain't that about a bitch?
Bitch. Ain't that about a bitch? Matt Patricia get fired and the Lions magically started winning. Ain't that
Black,
about a bitch?
listen.
Ain't that
Black
about a
dudes
bitch?
ruin everything.
Niggas.
Ain't that a segment?
Niggas
something
really
niggas
ruin
ruin
everything.
Hey, I don't know
Somebody said talk about-
what the new YouTube rules is, but I know.
Somebody said talk about colonizers. I'm like, whoa, that term cannot be used. That term cannot be used.
Wait, talk about what? I missed it.
These
Colonizers.
colonizers.
Oh.
That term cannot be used.
Oh wait, y'all know what these colonizers did today?
What they do?
Hey,
Guess what they did? Guess what they did?
I can tell
What
you
they
what one
done
did.
Guess what they did? They turned breakdancing into an Olympic sport. This is what these
Olympic sport.
colonizers did.
I was thinking
Did you
that.
Did you hear what they did? I'm like, what? 50 years? What?
If breakdancing could be an Olympic sport, so can sex.
You're making that up.
Whoa.
50 years of dancing on New York streets. Now it's an Olympic sport where you can get a gold.
Whoa. Wait.
If I see
all those
one white
cops that
person
like all them
appropriating that culture,
release them.
you said what? You said what?
Release them for making money. Untaxable money.
They don't make money off the Olympics.
No, I'm talking about the breakdancers.
Oh, shit. They probably do make money.
They do make money.
Wait,
we give them
they don't
money.
get paid. They don't get paid to do the Olympics.
No.
It's for the prestige of their country.
Yeah, you're playing for your country.
I thought you better pay me and give me a tax write-off.
Man, we coming in there 600 deep.
Here. The straw is not a toy.
That's all I know.
You make money if you make gold, because then you're doing commercials. That's how you make money.
That's true.
I need a tax write-off. I'm sorry.
So a Wheaties box.
Something.
I don't want to be in a Wheaties box. I want to be
Are
on
you the
Frosted
same
Flakes.
man but a different beast?
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
He was so mad. Kanye was so mad. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? Are you the different animal but the same beast? I already got the records. More records. I already got the wins. More wins.
But I'm the best.
Are you
I'm the best.
You the different animal but the same beast? What the fuck does that mean?
Me, Kobe Bryant. You're welcome.
Yo, Kanye's face, the whole commercial, he was so disappointed. He was. Oh, what the
That's
fuck
actually of all.
mean?
Man, it's a good thing you brought the Kobe scissor, because I forgot. It's been a long time since I've seen those.
That's the greatest Kobe commercial. That's the best Kobe commercial.
That one, or second would be
the LeBron puppets to me.
No,
Kobe and LeBron puppets.
No, I'm talking about of the Kobe system commercials. I want to say maybe the Tony Ribbons.
Didn't he get a PlayStation commercial too? Him and Derrick Rose got a PlayStation commercial.
I don't know.
Or a 2K commercial. One of the two.
One of them.
I'm kind of upset he never got a Big Mac commercial.
Because LeBron got Big Mac commercial.
That was well after.
Kobe didn't want to do McDonald's.
Y'all remember LeBron's Casey commercials?
Yo.
No, I remember his vitamin water commercials.
Yo.
His vitamin water commercials?
Those are the worst.
Vitamin water wasn't even that good.
It was good. What you mean? It still is good.
He ain't had the right ones, Chris.
I know he
ain't had the
right
right ones.
Actually, I liked
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit and
that one's actually good.
Lemonade.
Dragon fruit.
The strawberry one was good too.
A strawberry?
If they made the regular lemonade, not in the zero, it would taste good. But because it's only available in the zero.
So? That still
The zero
tastes good.
sucks. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, dude.
But out of
That
zeros,
one
you
that-
can't make $1 million.
Look, you give a white man Kool-Aid one time and now he want all the sugar.
Right. Ain't that about a bitch?
You give a white man Kool-Aid one time. Now he want all his sugar.
You guys make it sound like I've never had sugar before. I'm telling you, they put something in that sugar, damn it.
No, they did not. It just
They put
tastes
something in that sugar.
You know what they put in that sugar, Basil?
More sugar. Gee, oh,
That's what it is, Basil.
the secret.
Basil be working there for 1 week. They be like, "What do you guys put in the sugar?" They be like, "Let me show you how to do it." They just put more sugar in, and Basil's like, "Wait, isn't that just more sugar?"
They let the whole domino bag in there.
Listen.
They call it a crumble brand.
Listen.
He's like,
No. It's like that. It's like, if you guys ever seen that meme where it's like the astronaut that's looking at the planet. He goes, "Wait, it's been sugar all along." It always has been.
Look, we the type of people. 2 shots of vodka.
Look.
Oh, from that commercial.
They be like a pinch of salt.
Oh yeah. See, guys. So we're just gonna grab a pinch of salt.
That's a handful.
What you mean?
That's a handful.
That's a whole cup. That's a whole glass bowl full. What you
They be
doing?
like, put a little bit of butter in there.
That's two sticks.
And then we just gonna add a little bit of pepper.
Oh, wait. So Mark and David, have you ever tried to make something make a cake or something that like you try to go by the recipe and your grandma or mom come in the kitchen just mad you to put the whole stick of butter in there?
Because you're looking at the back of the box. And
like, get this butter stick. Throw it all in there.
Yeah.
You be sitting here looking like, oh my god.
Look.
Look.
And then they get upset. Add a little bit more sugar in that. But it already come. Add some more sugar.
No, I remember the first time I made green beans by myself. I think I was like 8. And my mom was like, you're gonna have to put some sugar in there. I turned around, looked at her. Oh, vegetables.
Wait, you put sugar on green beans?
What?
It was either green beans or sweet peas. One of the two.
I mean, it would make sense. Sugar peas.
She was making meatloaf, so it had to be sweet peas. But I was like, you put sugar in vegetables?
I would have left the kitchen right there. I'd be like, this is hopeless.
My family.
Then I ate it and I was like, oh my god.
No, I put a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt in my vegetables if I buttered them.
What are you doing, Basil?
If I buttered them.
A little bit?
Yeah, because there's already salt in the butter.
When I make green beans, I do salt, pepper, garlic powder, and butter. When I do
this garlic powder, bro. Your breath stinks.
What's wrong with garlic powder?
Okay, first off, Mark, it should not be in vegetables. You put it on the meat or in the potatoes.
Listen.
It depends on what type of vegetable you cooking. Like,
you're not cooking asparagus.
No, son.
Nobody eats asparagus.
I don't eat asparagus.
You don't eat asparagus.
I don't eat asparagus. I don't like asparagus.
You can keep your Brussels sprouts.
You talk about breath. That make your pee stink.
I also
no one's putting their nose in the toilet after I pee.
I snapped on my great aunt when it came to food. She done messed up spaghetti.
You did what your great aunt? You did what with your great aunt?
That's not my great aunt when she messed up some food.
Oh, I thought you said you slept with your great aunt.
I was like,
I was like,
I ain't gonna hear no drum line on me.
Mark could have turned off the TV. Basil was like, let me put the laptop back. Let's listen.
Whoa.
No, I cussed on my great aunt because she done poured a whole bag of sugar and spaghetti.
I was like, first of all, sugar goes to spaghetti. Second of all, go ahead.
No, it does not.
No, it does not.
No.
However, sweet spaghetti does taste good.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
It does. No, it does.
It don't.
It does.
It don't.
What you talking?
It don't.
Now here's the thing, though. The sauce is what has to be a little sweet, though, not the spaghetti
No.
itself.
No.
The spaghetti is the noodle. That doesn't even matter.
No.
Sauce.
Yeah.
The sauce.
I'm talking about everything. The sauce.
So you talking about? So you talk about when it's done? She sprinkles a little bit of sugar on top.
The whole bag.
Oh, you get the Parmesan cheese.
The whole bag on her plate, or the whole bag on her pot.
You put that on
the whole bag
and you put the Parmesan cheese and the sugar.
And another half a bag in the pot.
No, Basil, I'm gonna bring you to a family outing with the spaghetti with the sugar.
Man, please, dude.
Hey,
I need to see this.
I'm about to mess David up. You know that spaghetti that you ate at Deja party?
Hella sugar in it.
My mama put hella sugar in that spaghetti.
Look,
you ate it up, didn't you?
It was good, wasn't it?
Can I finish?
No, because
it was 2 bags full of sugar. The sugar was shown, like you could see the crystals. That thing was shiny. What you mean?
At that point, you better throw that shit away.
You're making this fat white boy cringe with that much sugar.
Listen, you could put a whole flashlight on the plate. Oh yeah, that's shiny. That's real sugar. That's sugar.
Almost for sure probably put a half a bag in that spaghetti though. At least.
Yeah, Chris,
not a whole bag and a half.
Chris, you bring me to a family outing and show me the ways, and then I will try to disprove this whole, or try to tell people that yes, white people do wash their legs.
You know what?
I've been thinking about that ever since you guys brought that up.
My family reunion is supposed to be in Cincinnati, so if COVID is over, I'm gonna invite all you to my family reunion.
We got you chili, man.
They're gonna be like, "Who is these niggas? Welcome."
I just came for Skyline, bro. That's all.
No,
I came to Kings Island. That's it.
I will not do Skyline chili.
Dog, no, listen.
I came for the Reds game. That's it.
My cousin was in Ohio yesterday. I almost told her to bring me some chili mac. I almost told her to bring me some, but it would have been done for by the time I got here.
Oh yeah, it would have been already kind of Those noodles would have been just swimming.
Bring me chili mac with extra cheese.
Yeah, and I told you extra cheese.
Can I get cheese? And if I get extra cheese on top of that cheese.
Chili disgusting.
And then put the cheese under the chili, please. Don't put it on top of the chili. Put it under the chili.
Chili disgusting.
You could do that. Actually, a lot of times if you do extra cheese, that's what they'll do is they'll do the spaghetti, then the cheese, then the chili, then more cheese again.
Yeah, because the chili melts the cheese, and it's so good that way.
Actually, I bet if you do it that way,
but
it will save
I hope the chili's not dry, because last time the chili was kind of dry.
Well, no, it's because the grease had already gone through the chili and then through the bottom of the spaghetti.
Yeah,
like
weird.
Me and Chris opened that box and we saw dry chili. We looked at each other like,
we're like, we gotta go. We Taco Bell. Okay.
Which one?
Right, it's like 50 of them.
All right, before we get into that, we gotta start the episode. So,
oh damn.
Anyway, all right, welcome back. We're back. The great debaters are here. We got myself, Chris Canty, Mark. We got Basil and David in here today. Follow us on Instagram at Great Debaters with a Z. Send us a message saying, "I want to debate." If you want to come debate. David over here mimicking me, bro. I don't like you anymore. I hate you so much.
You liked him before?
Yeah.
Lay you too, Chris.
Good job, Basil.
You too, Chris.
Good job, Basil. I like it.
What did he say?
He said, "You liked him before." I'm like, that's good. That's a good one. Burn. But anyway, watch the live Great Debater show on YouTube on KrisCross Studios. That's the only way to watch the live show. If you don't watch the live show, listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and of course the Anchor app. Please support the podcast on anchor.fm/Great Debaters. Your donation goes towards buying new material and games for the podcast. All right, let's debate, y'all.
I've been sending out that Patreon link to people too. And they've been posting on Facebook, but I've been sending it to y'all inbox. I know y'all seen it.
Right. If you want more Patreon stuff, go to KrisCross Corner 313 on Patreon. That's where you get to see all the Great Debaters extra stuff. All the KrisCross Corner episodes.
What's the tiers, Chris?
The tier, we got a $5 tier. We got a $10 tier. The $10 tier gets everything. Not just KrisCross Corner.
What's the shows, Chris?
Oh, the shows. Oh, my Lord. We got car jams. We got food tours.
Ooh.
I almost said Clean Your Plate, but that's not a real show.
Not yet.
Burn.
We got the Only Amigos. We got Chris and Chris, and we have the Great Debaters in KrisCross Corner. And we have DJ KrisCross. DJ KrisCross.
You forgot one.
No, Mark After Dark is canceled.
Yeah.
We're going to cancel Mark After Dark.
Mark After Dark is canceled. I know. It's here on my schedule right here. I'm like, nah.
Mark,
there's a better chance that Basil's Smash and Pass is going to get a show before you get
every time we do Mark After Dark. Look, every time we do Mark After Dark, somebody get roasted.
Either somebody gets roasted or someone shares a little bit too much about their life.
Yeah.
So I think about changing the name of the show. I think about changing the name of the show.
Last time we did it, I shared a little bit too much. I was like, God dang it, I gotta
look. Not only did you share a little bit too much,
man, I fell off the side of the bed.
But it was a roast. But it was a roast.
It was for
Welcome to
sure
Mark-
a roast.
Welcome to Mark's Roast Factory. We're gonna change the
Right.
name to Mark's Roast Factory.
I'm not making another logo.
Like, who going
I'm
in tonight?
Chris, don't lie. You love making those logos.
I
He
do that.
does.
I mean, that's what I do in my free time. But
Because I feel like Roast Factory is easier to mark up the dark. Because who's going into the oven tonight? Draw a name from a hat. Somebody getting roasted.
That's
Anyway.
unfortunate.
I can think of how the name could get us in trouble though, just from
The
that
Roast
slogan.
Factory.
Well, yes, he was gonna get roasted, but
Who's going in the oven tonight?
that was the part I was like,
yeah. Anyway, tonight we have 5 questions that we're gonna debate, or 5 statements, and then we're gonna play the 5-second rule afterwards.
Mm.
We're going to
Okay.
explain those rules after we do the 5 questions. So the first question or statement, they say that social media has improved human communication. Has it?
Yes. Wait. Like,
You gotta say your answer and why.
I say, I'm iffy on that one. Because in a way it has, but in a way it hasn't. Because it's like, on one side, you could talk to people halfway across the world, or people that you ain't seen in years that moves to different states. But on the other side, it made interaction with other humans like worse. Because if you just go out in public, instead of talking to people just on their phones
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it's like, you don't know.
see, I'm with you because I would say it improved the efficiency of it, but it dropped the quality. It dropped.
Anytime a dude has more confidence DMing a girl on Instagram than actually talking to her in person.
Right. I was about to say that.
I mean, but
What's the
that's
problem?
natural though.
What you
I mean,
do?
that's natural though.
I don't know what I
'Cause
would have more
sometimes,
confidence in.
Sometimes you just be nervous trying to shoot your shot, but you could for sure do it when you ain't got to look at her physically reject you.
Low key, getting
Just
rejected in
saying.
person hurt worse than getting rejected over a text.
Exactly. That's why they do it.
But the fact that I got the guts enough, if I got the guts enough to walk up to you and shoot my shot, I got the balls enough to handle getting rejected. So
Hey, Mark. Is that after or before you fell off a scooter?
when my price went up when I fell off the scooter. Okay, my price went up when I fell off the scooter.
I'm sorry. Did you say your price went up?
My price went up. What I'm saying is, look, I fell off a scooter a couple times, baby. I
Stock
work more
flew
now.
up.
My stock went way. Y'all done seen what I can handle. I'm still here, Debbie.
Man, I can see it now. It's like, hey, baby, do you know I fell off of Lime scooters twice? Mm-hmm.
I can actually see Bezos saying that.
I fell off a live scooter twice. Look, I don't fuck with live scooters.
Bezos, no, don't do it.
Listen. I tell
No,
the
the
girl,
only
like,
difference
look,
is I would never fall.
this would be me. I don't
Do
mess with live
I
scooters.
look like Mark?
I'm like, you look bigger. Anyway,
Oh Lord. Anyway,
I'd be like, I don't mess with live scooters.
But how can he look bigger when you big yourself? Let me stop.
why you go back on mute?
Why you go back on mute?
Oh, goodness gracious! All
It's
right,
always
so,
the egghead motherfuckers that want to say something. But no.
right. Look like a piece of French toast.
Nah, that's Mark. He look like the French toast and the syrup on it with the butter.
Dang.
David look like somebody left him in the skillet too long.
No, you look like someone left you in the skillet too long.
Facts. Matter of fact, you look like the skillet. Matter of fact, you look like the cast iron that's with the steak.
It's like,
All right,
shit. I'd have
All
let
right,
it sit on there too long.
All right, Kettle. Okay, Kettle.
That's Mark's face. Anyway, so yeah, so social media has improved human communication. Like, I mean, communication, like face to face, has dwindled
It's non-existent.
significantly.
But it's
However, like we're on Zoom right now. Like we talk pretty much every day on Zoom.
Okay, I blame the pandemic. I just want to put that.
No. The pandemic has helped us because we're technically face to face. But you know,
if you find enough, I might say hi to you in person. I ain't gonna lie.
I know. I'll be like, oh, come on, boy.
It don't matter if I never see you again. But if you that fine, I just gotta say what's up. That's all I gotta say. Like,
yeah,
I ain't sliding in no DMs.
We're gonna be like, why's Mike in Toledo? Why's Mike in Toledo? He saw that one girl.
Word about it.
No. He went to go see Basil.
Look, I'm teaching Basil how to get game.
Hey, I could use it.
You got a little seminar going, Mike? You got your little ebook?
No. Mike done turned into hits, y'all. Look,
I'm trying to get Basil with this girl, but girl don't follow for me.
Y'all too much.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Or yeah, Mark, you were there when I told you that story.
We're gonna get Basil, girl.
We gonna do it. We're gonna get you before 2020 ends, baby.
And she cannot sound like a whale. I'm sorry. We just gonna
and I know. and I know she was gonna sound like that. That would have never happened.
She went from a whale to a coyote real quick.
Anyway, let's get back on track, guys. Number two.
No more harpoons.
Number two.
The Hershey blows.
All right, Basil. Number two. Go to number two.
This man here.
Go to number two.
Yo.
I'm about to have y'all banned on this show. All right, number two. How often? Wait, that is not how often. How do you make your peanut butter and jelly? Because some people make it different.
How do you make peanut butter?
Y'all want to know how I make mine?
Okay, you get the bread, you get the peanut butter, you get the jelly, you get the knife, you build it.
No, like some people like.
What's your step by step?
What's your step by step, bro?
I put one bread. I get my bread out, put it on the counter, both pieces on the counter. Get a spoon, take out the peanut butter jelly, put bread or peanut butter on one bread, jelly on the other bread. Put them together.
No, how do you put your peanut butter on?
With a spoon.
You put your peanut butter on with a spoon?
That's why I'm like, what?
Exactly. See, that's why we debate. I told you there's more ways to make peanut butter and jelly.
How do you spread it with a spoon? You scoop with a spoon. You don't spread.
You can't spread with a spoon. With the bottom.
Hold on. Wait. So you're gonna waste two dishes, but I can just use one.
What do you mean 2 dishes? I'm just gonna use a butter knife.
Hold up, Basil. Do you refrigerate your peanut butter?
What?
Okay, we good.
That can't be a thing.
We're good. Then.
Wait, is this another weird white person thing you heard about?
No.
Absolutely.
People refrigerate their peanut butter and their bread.
Oh no. Okay, so the bread actually makes sense. It's not really that much of it. No, it's not that much of an improvement, but it gives you like an extra day or two before it gets all stale and moldy. It's that little of a difference, but that's the reason why people will refrigerate.
And it makes it a little bit more crisp.
I don't prefer crisp. I don't prefer crisp. I like my bread.
I grill my peanut butter and jelly sometimes. So after I make the sandwich, I put butter on both sides and then make it like grilled cheese.
I prefer my Wonder Bread nice and fluffy.
Oh, you use Wonder Bread?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Wonder Bread since 2007.
Oh, I missed that logo. Oh, how I missed that logo.
Yeah, it's still the same logo.
This nigga said it's still the same.
So, some logos
I never said it changed. I just missed it because I never seen it.
Like the Lay's
Where
logo.
Where do you shop?
The Lay's logo been the same forever. At least Cheetos changed theirs up. Cheetos and Doritos changed their logos up over the years. Lay's has been the same forever.
So speaking of Lay's, so over in Europe, okay, we have another company.
Do y'all put chips on y'all peanut butter and jelly? Sometimes.
Fuck no.
No, you put it on the side.
I saw this on Facebook yesterday.
Mark,
No,
I'm gonna.
No, I didn't say I did it. On Facebook yesterday, this girl put Doritos in her peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I can see how that works.
What's up with you and Chris finding these weird girls and their eating habits?
That's Mark. That's not me.
No, that's you. Talk about. She ate rice for breakfast.
Yeah, she. Hey man. Obviously, it's a thing where she's from, so I don't know.
Where's she from? Where's she from?
Oh,
they're from Iowa.
Oh, you talking? Oh, yo, girl. Oh,
God damn it.
They're from Iowa. That makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. There's no
Iowa.
rice with Iowa.
As someone with family in Iowa, it does make sense.
They do weird shit over there, bro.
Yes.
So do. They're like you eat it like it's a substitute for grits or eggs. I'm like, no, it's not. You eat eggs for breakfast.
My dad tried to tell me that one day. My dad was in the military though, so I get why he does for breakfast. Like he was in the military.
Yeah, they used to eat spam and rice.
He said
they still do. What you talking?
Yeah.
He said
no, you're not gonna find spam all that often.
One morning they had pork chops, eggs, and rice, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Pork chops and rice for breakfast. That makes sense.
That sounds so good.
That's basically where you're gonna eat.
But not like pancakes and rice. I'm like, what are you doing?
That sounds so good.
Pancakes and rice?
I don't know. I don't know what you eat rice with for breakfast to make it delicious.
Fried eggs.
I'm not be like, I'm gonna make some rice.
Hey, I make some fried rice.
No.
The only problem I can see with rice for breakfast that I've ever heard of was like how like the Japanese will do like this quick dish. It's like our equivalent to doing like milk and cereal.
That's Japan though. It's different. They eat rice for everything in Japan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I can't think of rice being used for breakfast.
They probably eat rice 3 times a day. I wonder if they get sick of eating it. They probably eat rice 3 times a day over there.
No, the Japanese are making it good.
Yeah. It's like tofu. It's whenever you put it into it, it changes the flavor.
Tofu is disgusting.
No.
Honestly, I would eat sushi for breakfast, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, but that's different though. That's sushi.
Yeah. Also, Mark,
rice in
it's not just plain rice. You're just eating plain rice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rice in it. Shut up, David.
Yeah, rice in it.
Shut the fuck up.
If I was gonna do
eat that and fried rice.
David, make a bowl of plain rice and put some soy sauce in it and tell me how it tastes.
Bro, I have.
Then,
but I had to add a little bit of sugar and some
butter.
Wish.
Saturday morning.
Wish. Okay. Hold on. Why is Wish sending me messages? Buy a sofa, 90% off.
It ain't gonna be a real sofa. It's on Wish.
Right, it's gonna be.
It's a Barbie sofa.
You gonna sit on it. Break.
It's inflatable.
Look,
inflatable.
We bring it over to Mark's house for game night.
That thing gonna break.
Bro, we might as well sit on the floor.
Yeah. All right. Oh, hold up. So
NBA 2K2.
All right. Does anybody make their peanut butter jelly different?
Okay, so I do. First off, I use a knife, and what I'll do is, and instead of just doing now, you guys do 2 pieces of bread, correct?
Duh.
I do 3 sometimes.
I will do 3. And I will pretty much do a decker.
What you talking?
Yeah, I'll do a club.
You ain't never had 3. You ain't never had 3 pieces.
It will go bread, peanut butter. Then I take the second slice, put the jelly on top of that. Okay.
Put peanut butter on
the one sandwich. Yeah. Then on that middle piece, put the peanut butter. Take the third piece of bread, put the jelly. Boom.
Why don't you just put the jelly on one side or the other one?
No, because you know what a club is, right? Like a chicken club.
I know, chicken club sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, I just pretty much do it just like a club. That's it.
Or you can do it with you put peanut butter on the 2 ends and then have the one bread in the middle with jelly on both sides.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, can't you put jelly on both sides?
You can do it that way
too.
Yeah.
It gets imbalanced. It gets
it doesn't.
Imbalanced.
No, it doesn't.
Hold up. Do you guys put more peanut butter or more jelly on it?
I balance it out. It's even.
I do more peanut butter because I need that.
Okay, no, hold on. It depends on which type of peanut butter I'm going to use. If it's going to be creamy.
It's creamy.
You eat crunchy peanut. Wait, come on. You eat crunchy peanut butter.
First of all, who has crunchy peanut butter? Let's get that out the way.
Yeah, both. So
can you put David in the waiting room, please? Put David in the waiting room. Put him in the waiting room, please.
No, we don't need to put him in the waiting room. You don't tell me to put him in the waiting room. I put people in the waiting room.
I have both. I will have both.
I eat both, but I like crunchy.
Nah, see,
that's
I like
if
creamy.
I don't want to toast. That's if I don't want to toast my bread.
Says the guy who likes Malaysia. But moving on. Anyway.
See, I whenever I'll eat my crunchy peanut butter is when
she was. Whoo.
I'll have to see this girl.
See
this girl.
Is that the one you bought is that the one you bought the shoes for?
No.
What?
No.
You bought shoes for a girl?
I told y'all this.
Oh, at the mall.
You did not buy
it at the mall.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Oh,
yeah. No, I remember this.
I was like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar.
When he said like that you bought the shoes for, I was like, oh.
Still ain't getting on. Still ain't getting on.
No, I got some. It was trash.
Anyway, speaking of getting some, should vaping be banned?
I don't care.
Absolutely.
No,
I think it should.
No.
I feel like it's a free country. You do what you do. I don't care. If you want to mess your lungs up, you mess your lungs up. That's not on me. It should be banned in public, like areas like inside of restaurants and stuff like that. But if you just out in a park somewhere, somebody vaping, so what?
Well, I don't know.
No, but it can mess you up more than cigarettes and other stuff that you could put in your
right, but it's their body. So let them make that decision for themselves.
Exactly, but why put the product out there then?
Well, why do we have tobacco out?
If people want to use it,
tobacco's been out since Jesus. Stop it.
That's essentially what vape is, though.
Yeah, and Chris, you're saying that it's worse for you. It's not that it's worse for you. It's just bad for you in different ways. Like you never hear of popcorn. Worse. No,
I ain't gonna lie, David. I'm gonna need you to turn your phone sideways.
The only thing you ever hear about with vaping is just popcorn lung. That's it. Which is horrible, but that's the only thing you ever hear about.
But do you really want popcorn lung though?
I mean, versus tobacco, where you get like
cancer.
Black lung or cancer. Like I said,
vaping
and holes in your mouth.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what all of them can do.
Vaping ain't gonna have you talking like this.
No, vaping does no. All vaping will do is just like blow up your what are they called? The little bubble, the little balloons in your lung.
But do you want that to happen though? No.
But this is the thing. It's not my body. It's not my decision to make. It's like abortion. It's almost like abortion. They be like, "Do you want abortion to be a thing?" You can't equate
vaping to abortion.
But you
first off, Brad, that's wrong, fam.
No, but listen what I'm saying. But you really can because it's like
no, you can't.
Listen, if somebody
abortion.
No, Chris, I know where he's going. I know where he's going with this.
If somebody wants to vape, that's their decision. If somebody wants to get rid of their baby, that's their decision. It's not our decision to come up with to say, oh, well, this is banned. You can't do this anymore, even though it's your body and you do what you want to do. I mean,
if that's the case, the nation is just have age restrictions.
Well, they're supposed to.
Exactly.
It's not my fault that you got bad parents that buy for their kids.
Exactly.
It's not my fault that the stores out here selling cigarettes to 16-year-old kids. That ain't my fault. It is what it is, bro.
And it's not the vaping company's fault. Well, some.
It is the vaping company.
I'll say some of them.
They're making their money.
They make it addictive.
But it's supposed to be the land of the free and home of the brave. How's it going to be land of the free?
And you better be brave to take on that cancer once it happens.
But that's that person's decision, like I said.
It is a person's decision, but however, do you want to save that person's life before they even make the decision?
Why should I care about saving that person's life if they throwing it down the drain? Hey,
you going to hell, bro.
You're going straight to hell, bro. You're going straight to hell.
Boom, film.
What you say? I'm with Mark on this one.
You don't care about nobody. You out of here.
Bro,
I'm with Mark on this one. It's not his job to be savior for 7 billion people.
Listen, I got family members that smoke cigarettes. I don't go around telling them, hey, you shouldn't do that. You're going to get cancer that way. If you want to smoke cigarettes, you're a grown person. You're going to do what you want to do anyway, no matter what somebody tells you.
Mark, when I talk about that, we're saying, should it be banned? Just get rid of it.
It shouldn't.
So you should rather keep it here. You rather keep it here.
So you rather keep it here. You know what? He's Thanos, y'all.
We're not saying illegal. We're saying ban. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of them. Just take them off the show.
No, I don't think we should.
Honestly,
if people want the choice to do it,
ladies and gentlemen, Mark's being paid by the vaping companies. And these are not the words of the debaters.
I'm not. I'm just pro-choice.
Mark, are you gonna share some of that sponsorship money there?
That's not.
I'm pro-choice.
Bro. Okay.
I will say this: if we
say pro-choice, but you're not acting like it.
That's not what we talking about. That's not what the question is asking, bruh.
No, my thing is why ban it from people who want it, who use it, who use that product every day. Why ban it from them? And they didn't do nothing to nobody.
Because it's not good for them.
To help save them.
To save their lives.
Save somebody's life.
What if they don't want to be saved?
They don't know that they don't want to be saved. Exactly. That's why we do it.
That's the problem. How you gonna know what's better for somebody else?
Because we know what it could do to them.
But they know too.
But they know too. What if they don't care?
It's not that they don't care. It's the fact that they get addicted to it.
And that's what's happening right now. We're in a pandemic now, but you didn't say that when all the black people were being strung out by it back in the 80s and 90s.
That's crap.
Now it's a problem?
Yeah, no.
You compare now you compare vaping to crack.
I'm not comparing it to crack. There was more drugs than just crack back in the 80s and 90s.
You're right. Meth and coke and
cigarettes.
Hey, bro. You want to do meth, coke, cigarettes, and smoke weed? I'm not gonna stop you. That's what you want to do. That's the good thing about this country.
That's your prerogative. However, vaping is a new concept. It started not even a few years ago. Like
actually, no. It's not really that new of a thing. All it is they've just found a way how to take a hookah and just make it,
which is also
walkable.
So do you think hookah should be banned too?
Yes.
Now, do you think also to go with that? Do you also include regular tobacco?
Yes, because it could lead to gum cancer and gum disease and all that.
Okay, now what about weed? What about weed?
That's different.
No, but you can vape weed too. You can
vape weed, but it's different. It could be used for medicinal purposes. However, if you just use it the wrong way or lace it with something that's destructive to the human body, that's what's bad.
So you're saying recreational weed?
Recreational that has actual stuff that can help you.
Well, that'd be medicinal then.
Well,
right.
If you're doing it for
recreational is just doing it. Recreational is just doing it. Hey, bro, I feel like getting high today. That's recreational.
Now that's different. Hi, I'm in she.
Because it's Friday.
There's medical evidence. I mean, there's physical evidence.
But I've seen people who can't. I've seen people like I got friends that smoke cigarettes, and it's for them. It's just like when they're stressed out and really going through a lot to calm them down and take them off the edge. That's what they do. That's why I feel like it shouldn't be banned because some people. It is sad to say, but some people rely on it. Like
exactly, because they're addicted to it.
Now it's people out here who can't work without weed. It's the same thing.
They're addicted to it because they are addicted.
Well,
but can I ask you this? If they're addicted to weed, is that your problem?
It's not my problem, but there's some.
Okay, then if it's not your problem, why should you worry about it?
Because they're my human counterpart.
Now, hold on, now. But Chris, the thing that I would be worried about is
if I was working with you right now, you are struggling on weed, and you want to I'm gonna go do something stupid. I'm gonna save your life, bro.
That's
different. But the way you talking right now, I should just say, go right now and just walk outside the middle of the street and get hit by a car. Go ahead. I don't care. You're pro-choice, right?
If that's what you want to do, bro.
No, that's what you want to do. Because you're walking out in the middle of the
That's what I'm saying. If that's what that person would want to do.
Save their life. What you doing, Mark?
Now, Chris.
That's different. You taking the drastic measures now. We talk
vaping is a drastic measure.
No, we're talking about the average vaping consumer who has the choice to vape or not. If they want to vape, that's their choice.
It is their choice. We're talking about banning it. We're not talking about you want to do it, you can do it.
Why ban something that's been the choice for a person for years?
Just ban it. You can just take it away.
That's like banning alcohol.
America has banned alcohol before.
We have done that. Now, hold on. Now, in all fairness.
How did that work out?
It worked horribly.
It worked horribly because people did stuff to get it anyway.
Exactly.
However,
when you ban vape, what's the same thing?
Can I say one good thing that did come from the prohibition, though?
What?
It did inspire an excellent movie genre.
Okay. I'll give you that. But anyway.
Bulu Gang and the Mafia. Godfather. Gotta have. Yeah.
But
that's the only good thing I can think of with it.
It's like that's why they legalized marijuana, because it was illegal and people got it anyway. So it'll legalize vape, and people gonna end up finding a way to get vapes anyway.
No, they legalized it so they can make money off of it. There's a difference.
There's that too.
That's why they legalized marijuana.
These companies make too much money for them to ban vape. They're not gonna ban vape just off of
They
that
do.
alone.
They do, but it's going to happen because you don't see a lot of people smoking cigarettes nowadays than you did 10 years ago.
Well, you know why? Or are you talking about?
They weren't talking about banning cigarettes 10 years ago, though. Either.
Yes, there was.
No, there has always kind of been.
There's always been a thing about that since the 80s.
Yeah.
Banning cigarettes.
But people, cigarettes.
Or
Don't you watch, you're supposed to be history stuff.
raising the age restriction.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Ann Arbor.
I thought it was still 18.
No, some places are
Michigan
moving up
is
to 21.
Yeah. Michigan is one of them places we moved up to 21, which is I know people. When I worked at Amazon earlier, people was pissed off when they did it because they was like, it was a kid that was like 19 who went and bought cigarettes at the same gas station every day for like 2 years, and he was like, "Nah, I can't even buy my freaking cigarettes now."
Good, nigga, your breath don't stink no more.
Or will his house, or his clothes,
or his car.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
god! I don't think he ever smoked in his car. He had too much of a nice car to smoke in his car.
No, trust me, he's smoking in the car.
He's smoking in the car.
No, he does. He said he doesn't smoke in his car. He said if he has to smoke, he's pulling over and stepping outside the car to smoke. He had a brand new. He had a brand new Chrysler 300. He kept that car super clean.
Yeah, we'll see how long.
Least.
Yeah.
He cashed it. He bought it cash.
No, he couldn't because he buys cigarettes.
Yeah, that's also another thing about tobacco.
His dad worked at Chrysler, so he got a discount.
Shoot.
Chances are his dad also smokes too.
They all probably smoke.
You'd be surprised how many people smoke at Chrysler.
I'm actually the only.
I'm
the only
before
person
they
in my
hired all
family.
these people that they hire now. They did a drug test at Chrysler, and they fired like 1,500 people in one plant. But this is the thing. They weren't working high. They were just smoking outside of work, which is like you shouldn't be able to fire somebody for smoking outside of work.
No. So for them, it wouldn't necessarily be the drug test. It would, it's something more along the lines of like how they take their breaks and stuff like that. Because that old-fashioned traditional smoke break, really doesn't exist anymore. But people will still treat it like it does, and by union guidelines, it's something that could get you in trouble if you're caught.
No, what they do is the new drug test that they give out, it can detect weed in your system if it's been in your system for, it used to be 30 days. Now they can do it for 60, the new ones. So if you smoked literally like 2 months ago, they can detect weed in your system, which is stupid.
I wouldn't say it's stupid. Just don't do drugs or don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. If it's legalized in my state, and
it doesn't matter if it's legalized. If your job says you can't do it, then don't do it.
The job states that you can't do it on a job, but nowhere in the book or in the handbook does it say you can do it. You can't do it outside of work.
But it's in your system.
Well,
you're working with it in your system.
Yeah, see, Mark, that'd be like saying, "Hey, I can't drink while I'm on the job, so I'll just slam 5 beers before work."
But this is the thing. If I work, let's say I work the next morning, right, and that night I smoked I smoked 2 blunts before I went to bed that night, and I woke up, I'm fine, I'm not high, but they drug test me and I get fired because I smoked outside of work last night.
Yeah, should have did it.
That's not fair. I didn't come to work.
You signed it.
I didn't come to work high, and I'm doing my job efficiently.
But you got the drug test.
But because I got smoke outside of work, I get fired. You get what I'm saying, Basil, though?
No.
I know. We get what you're saying.
I'm actually on both sides of this. I'm with Mark on it is kind of bullshit because it is already kind of out of
it's bullshit. However,
just like how you said, though, you did sign up for the drug test and you did sign up for the drug policy.
Right.
So because you didn't say, no, fuck this thing.
Yeah,
it's
like you fucked yourself.
Exactly. You signed to the terms and conditions.
Yeah, you
now
signed
listen,
up for it.
Now it's a difference between a guy who smokes weed, comes home and be like,
Malik,
what up, though?
He was like, oh, my baby needs diapers, but I need some weed though, so I'm gonna go buy the weed instead of buying these diapers.
What'd you say, Malik?
Who got the weed though? I heard weed. What's happening?
We're talking about how weed is legal, but you get a drug test.
It comes from the earth. It should be legal.
It should be legal. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you get fired for having weed in your system, that Mark's saying that's bullshit.
I'm gonna take Malik. This is what I said though. I said if I smoke the night before, right? I wake up the next morning. I'm not high. I'm good, right? And I go to work. I'm doing my job efficiently. I get a drug test and it's weed in my system, and I get fired. Now, but I got fired, but I was doing my job efficiently and effectively, and probably outperforming other people. But I got fired because I smoked weed outside of work. That, like, I'm just saying, like that example right there. That's not fair.
I would, you know what? I would hit him. I hit him with the race car. Why you got to single me out for?
Why y'all single me there? Man, all these other niggas out here.
You know, like normally I'm against the use of that card, but in a situation like that, yeah, I'm with Malik on that one.
But you get what I'm saying though, bro. Like it's not that system alone is messed up. I can see if I came to work high and you sent me home and fired me, I get that. But like if the person smoked the night before and they come to work and they're not high and they're doing their job efficiently, why still fire?
That'd be the worst, especially if they do like a surprise roll call on you.
Oh my god, that's the worst.
Oh my god, you don't realize. Like I did this thing with the FBI. It's called the Citizens Academy, and they said that the reason why they've lost so many people is because they all got tested and marijuana in the system. I was like, bruh, so y'all mean to tell me y'all had some good fucking officers and y'all lost them because of that?
Right.
You gotta understand too. Here's what I don't understand. They can also detect nicotine. So why are they okay with nicotine, but not
marijuana?
But not THS.
It's because of the federal laws, which the federal laws are stupid. Because if you go back to history, the guy who owned the lumber company, he specifically did not like the fact that hemp was taking over his mass production, like during the later part of the 20th century. So he was like, all right, I gotta stop this thing. So he was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to make it so that I stereotype a certain group of people, Mexicans, and say, well, because Mexicans smoke marijuana, it'll make them more violent, more aggravated, and more prone to committing more crime. And they pretty much hyped up this PR campaign against other races. And that's why, if you notice in those PR ads back in like the 40s and the 50s, they said people who smoke marijuana normally go the range. Well, they're just a crock of shit just to get money and Uncle Gang profit. This is all what it is.
It's like them weed commercials in the 90s and the early 2000s, the one with the talking dog.
Oh, those are weird. No. Or this is your brain.
Yeah.
This is your brain on drugs. Blam.
Yo, I saw the Pee-wee commercial. I saw Pee-wee talk about this is crack. I'm like, Pee-wee, didn't you blow somebody's balls in like a porn theater, bro?
No. No, it wasn't even someone else's. It was his own.
It was his own, yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, he was blowing himself.
But the original question was, should vape be banned? Chris got on me because I said no, because to me it's a choice. If a person wants to smoke vape, let them smoke vape. You shouldn't ban it and stop them from having their choice. He was like, you don't care about the people. It's messing up their body. Okay, if they want to mess up their body, that's their choice. It's almost like abortion. If a girl wants to get an abortion, it's not our job to say, oh, you can't do that. You know, let her do what she's gonna do. It's her body.
Right. And you know what? I here's my thing. If you are a teenager, I don't think you shouldn't be doing vaping. However, if you are over the age, say like
21.
Me personally, if you're over the age of 18, bro, you're gonna do it regardless. Because you're away at school. So they can't really like monitor kids not doing it. I just feel like I've done some things. We've all done some things. You're all over the age of 21 here, right? So at this point, you know, I
question sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not advocating for teenagers to do it, but if people want to choose their own poison, let them vape. I mean, you got there's so many other things that are leading cause of death, and I don't think vaping right now, though it's public consensus and how they feel about it. Listen, there's way worse drugs out there than vaping. Okay, fucking Molly, Percocet, prescription drugs that doctors prescribe for that's fucking killing us. Not just us, but white white people in general, and they don't talk about that shit enough.
They just started banning opioids.
Yeah.
Right. Come on.
Hell, even something like this sugary pop, could kill me.
Yeah. And
fucking sugar soda. Soda. You know what soda does to your car windshield? Okay, have you seen the video? I've seen the shit.
Yes.
I saw a guy put Coke.
I'm not drinking Coke though. I'm drinking root beer. It doesn't make a difference. I know.
But I've seen a guy put like Coca-Cola into a dispenser, used it, and got the ice, and was able to clear the ice on his windshield. And I was like, bruh.
Oh, it could take paint. It could take if someone spray paints. Or if someone spray paints your car, you can just use Coca-Cola and use it to wash the paint off your car.
Because of the acid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So again, like, I'm not like keen on banning what people want to do with their bodies and their lives. So if that's what you want to do, have at it, bro. That's your thing. To me, and we're all young enough to we're in the generation. What's your age range, you guys?
I'm 20. I'm 23.
Apparently, I'm the oldest at 29. So
I'm 23.
Okay. All right. So I'm 30. So some of y'all might be. Yeah, some of y'all might be Gen Z. Yeah, so we got Gen Zs and we got millennials here. So, all right, fine. But one thing both categories can agree on is the fact that we are transitioning to a different style, different type of labor market, where I don't think the idea of penalizing somebody because of marijuana usage, to me, is just stupid at this point. It's really stupid. You know, honestly, I've currently now, but I'm working from home, but I've worked on Wall Street, and I can tell you, dumb people are doing way worse things than just legal than marijuana. Like I've gone out and walked around and literally seen people just looking like they were high on something, and they're vaping. But I'm telling you, it's something in that vape that they're smoking, and it's not. It is not just weed.
It's not. But if they want to do it, let them do it.
Plot twist, there's a crack pipe.
True, probably
is. I would not be surprised.
It is Wall Street.
And when when they're drinking out of those metal cans, what are they really drinking?
You know what?
Come on.
I was watching Narcos, and I saw how they had a whole scientist put cocaine back in Coca-Cola. That's why I said I would never drink a Mexican Coke ever again in my life.
It does taste different though.
Right, that's what I said.
Now, Mark,
and it's not just the real sugar.
Now, Mark, I will give you a heads up though. There is still technically coca leaf extract in even regular Coca-Cola. They've just basically sucked up as much of the coca drug out of it. So
it's like we're pretty much drinking. It's like I said, it's equivalent of us drinking hemp. There's no THC. There's just the hemp.
That's why I said people who do cocaine, I don't judge them either. Because the same way somebody would say, "Oh, weed is a plant from the earth. Cocaine is too, technically."
No.
No, it's not.
No.
It starts that way. It starts that way, technically.
So it's you're still breaking it down of science. No, I'm trying to remember what comedian it was that said it, where it's like I'm all for the natural stuff, but anything where you have to break down to a science where it's like with the whole chemistry set, f that. like that's the cutoff point.
Technically, don't you have to have chemistry in order to extract the right usage of, like, say, the THC amount within the marijuana product that's being sold by the guy on the street corner?
Because it's people who grow marijuana. It's people who grow marijuana at their house, and they just take the leaf right off the plant, cut it up right there, roll it up in the same day.
And all they have to do is if they want a stronger, like if they want a weed with stronger THC. Oh, this is just like when you're taking two vegetables or two fruits and hybriding them too.
Yep.
That's all it is. See, there is no real like full on like medical science of like busting out beakers and the little twisty tubes and Bunsen burners. You know, there's none.
No, you're right. You're right, because in Narcos they were doing that. They were doing that with the cocaine. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
No,
I haven't seen that show in so long.
Breaking Bad was best.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's all I got to say.
Now, I could make the argument of instead of cocaine, if we want to talk about opium, that's when it starts getting into like the sketchy parts because it's plant-based, but it still requires like other natural things like water and.
So it's okay for NFL players to use it, but as soon as a regular person uses it, it's a drug. That's what I don't understand.
I've been under the suspicion that I may be late to this game, but it is my belief that NFL, not just NFL players, but players in general, are doing cocaine.
They are.
No. Players in general are smoking weed.
They're doing cocaine, bro.
There's players that smoke weed before the game. Like, they come out and said it, like, because weed helps them with their pain. And the NFL still wants to ban it. Like,
I understand that. I understand that for NFL, but basketball, you would definitely take it some kind of cocaine.
Yeah, I watched The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. Didn't he say that when he was playing with, and he said that those guys are doing cocaine in the room?
They have to.
Now, here's the thing, though: you're
playing with Michael Jordan.
Your athletes from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, that was essentially like, if you're going to do a drug, that was the drug to do. Now, today, it's, now you got more doing marijuana than anything else.
I know, yeah. Old habits die hard. And I feel like when you get to that limelight of success, it's constantly around you. Do not just, marijuana, that's like, to me, that's baby drugs. But the hard stuff, I really feel like when your status gets up there, I don't know what LeBron does behind the scenes.
He ain't doing coke. His body too fit for him to be doing coke.
Now, see, I would.
Coke can do that to your body.
Yeah.
That may be true, but I put nothing past anybody.
Me neither. Just because what you see on Instagram and YouTube and NBA courts don't mean that's his real life.
Now, see,
that's true.
Now, that's just
right.
it. This is my theory on why I believe.
Because we know he smokes and does all that stuff, so.
Yeah.
He smokes cigars.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know that's tobacco leaves that's in that cigar, though?
They wouldn't put weed on TV. Yes, they would.
Yes, they would. What are you talking about?
Yes, they would.
Don't you watch HBO?
I caught myself. Relax. I caught myself.
Also, there's some where you could take tobacco and weed and cross them together. That, from the sounds of it, they're not good. But here's my theory on more likely why more athletes today, or more along today, do marijuana than the hard drugs like they used to do. It's because of, just like how Chris brought up, YouTube, Instagram, social media. Then you start having commercials and just the whole limelight because of how much interaction with the outside world there is.
You gotta come down.
Exactly. You're stressing you're stressing the hell out. I bet they want some weed just to help calm themselves down. Bring them back down to earth, just so like their hearts don't explode at 50.
But you know what? You know what? Have you guys ever heard of who Len Bias is?
Who?
So there's a basketball player. His name is Len Bias. The Celtics drafted him with the first overall pick. The day after he got drafted, he overdosed on cocaine.
But you could do that.
And died.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I heard that story. I think I heard that story.
I was like, you get drafted with the number 1 pick and then die the next day.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure, bro.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You do what you do best. Snort cocaine. And obviously that night he had too much.
He's probably celebrating. I went number 1. I'm the number 1 pick.
He was like, and just died.
Just died.
Listen, that's what it is under my strong belief. I feel like a lot of them, they may not do it as heavily, but there's no way in hell, if I'm a football player, I got to do hype for every game. And then I got to make sure that my record stands at a certain par every single fucking year, every damn game.
It's even worse for an NBA player.
I can go in there with a level head. I have to be amped up. How do you amp yourself up? Not Gatorade, not sugar.
You think Ray Lewis did cocaine?
Bruh.
What?
Y'all think Ray Lewis did cocaine?
Man, what?
He did that dance before the game. Of course he did some cocaine.
Have you seen?
No, I feel like he's naturally that wired.
No,
I really did. If he's not doing cocaine, he was on steroids.
Okay.
That I could
do something.
Would you? Next question. Would you ban steroids?
Anabolic steroids.
It's already banned.
No, but would you ban it? Would you ban it?
If everybody can use them, no.
Wait a minute.
No.
If everybody can use them, no. What is that? What?
Listen. Let me explain. So steroids are performance enhancing drugs, right?
Yeah.
If every athlete in my league has access to it for the same thing, I'm not gonna ban it. But if only certain athletes can get it, then I'm gonna ban it because then it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got access to it, so everybody got the same amount of.
Yeah, but everybody had access to it. What are you talking about?
Well, here's the funny thing about steroids.
Y'all don't get what I'm saying?
We already take a certain level of steroids today, if you because like you can with creatine, that's like water inside your muscle, right? Mm-hmm. So if the idea of steroids is performance enhancement, if you're meant to try and enhance your performance, wouldn't you then try and stop people from taking then like the shit that you get from GNC, the vitamin drugs and all that shit? That's an enhancement right there.
Or blood doping.
Yeah, it is.
You know, let's ban it all then if we're gonna put it all on the table.
I would say keep the other forms of performance enhancing, but because I can see where Mark's going with the whole idea of just make it available for everyone and not ban it. The only problem is I'm going kind of with what Chris's argument was on the whole banning on vaping, just because even if all the athletes do it, that just means that you have a greater chance of one, either an athlete's heart exploding out on the field or on the court, or two, we're going to have a lot more domestic abuse or domestic violence,
and a lot more stats.
But see, when you get into problems like that, that's because they're using the cheap stuff. If it's league administered, the league's not going to.
No, even the league administered stuff will mess you up. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I talk about as far as like somebody.
Did you not watch Concussion?
Heart exploding on the field. I talk about somebody.
By the way,
I talk about as far as somebody's heart exploding on the field and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure a league wouldn't allow players to use that type of steroid if it's going to do that to them. The league would probably do the research, figure out which one would be best for the players to use.
True, but you're talking about the NFL. You're talking about the NFL, though.
Also, that's
Fire
also
Roger
that's
Goodell first.
also that's just you saying, yeah, if it's league registered, but who's to say that they're not doing some extra outside of the registered
Okay,
time?
but then you get the Barry Bonds treatment.
Man, Barry Bonds was a G. Man.
He was a G. Now,
He
see, for
was
me,
amazing.
now here's my thing: if you can enhance your performance in various ways naturally, like the blood doping, because all you're doing with the blood doping is you're just taking out your current blood and just replacing it with the same blood type that just has more oxygen. That's it. Or
that's not steroids, then.
No.
Why is that illegal?
See, that I don't understand. I would be okay with blood doping, or I would be okay with shooting up with testosterone, because that's all natural too. You know, you're getting it artificially administered, but it's still something natural that your body produces. But steroids, on the other hand, that's the one where it's like,
It's like, would you want to risk, your heart enlarging, getting a stroke at the age of 25,
That's true.
or like, come on, guys, heart attack,
and peas for junk.
small dick at 25. All these women out here, come on.
Although, let's be fair, if they're already,
Well, Bezo, we're not going to talk about your harpoon. Come on.
No. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, if they're
Is
already...
it a harpoon or a pencil? I don't know.
One of the small ones at the lottery table.
Anyway, what I was going to say is if they're already deciding that they're going to have to up their game by with steroids, chances are they're already got us, little things. Anyway.
True.
Oh.
That's true.
But the testosterone and the blood doping.
Yeah. Speaking of schooling people, since we're all in, in-home, like, suspension / in-home stay-at-home laws, is homeschooling better than traditional schooling?
No. No. Because special needs kids need to be in school.
No, they don't. They don't need to be in school. However, it depends on how they learn. If they learn in the school, they need to be in school with something.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have a hands-on kid learn at home.
However, if we're trying to save this kid's life, you don't want him to get COVID now.
Here's my thing. As when it comes to homeschooling, if you have a practitioner who does homeschool, that's one thing. However, even if you were to put the child back in school, let's just say they're still, depending on what type of school that they go to, they're still not being treated fairly enough when it comes to education. For all we know, them being at home could maybe have the adverse effect, because now they're avoiding the distractions from being surrounded by peers or people or whatever they may not necessarily be accustomed to, an environment that they may necessarily like in general.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now, because I just saw a news story. Kids are failing more now than they did before COVID. And I was like, I mean, it's a coincidence, but it correlates because they're not used to this. Yes, it does, because some people are used to being in school, like, in person.
No, I'm saying, is it really a coincidence, though?
I mean, it's a coincidence because, they were going to get the F anyway in regular school, but they're getting more Fs.
Yeah.
Because they're just not at school. They're just at home.
We're not talking about DPS kids, though.
I'm talking about both DPS and kids in the suburbs.
I will tell you this, though. I will say my girlfriend, she's a teacher, and she's told me some stories about, and I've seen it. I've seen it beforehand, where children are just not as motivated to do things when they're home. And you have your class of kids who can do things at home and feel comfortable, and you have a large majority of children who just don't give a fuck. And I told my girlfriend, I said, listen, put yourself in these children's shoes. The world's been taken away from you. You are at home, where home can be potentially violent or not a safe place for you to be in the first place. And you're constantly told to sit in front of a computer screen and pay attention. Like,
that is if you have a good Wi-Fi system.
I was like, so you want me to sit at home with my daddy selling a crack in the backyard?
You may be technologically disemboweled from even continuing your education because of your background, because of where you are, your status in this new age of techno gizmo environment that we're living in. So it's like, you know, I just thank God I'm not in these social positions, but damn.
Right. I'm so glad I'm not in school right now.
I was gonna say, shoot, I'm in grad school right now at Eastern, and it's like, even the spring of this semester is just like, oh my gosh.
However, grad school is technically online and all that stuff anyway. If you really think about it,
my school is in
Florida. Think about it.
No, like, I did better when we were in person.
My school offered me to come down there to take classes in Florida, and I'm just like, I'm Florida doing it. Yeah, my school's in Florida.
During the Rona?
That's what I said. If the Corona wasn't going on, I would have did it. But it's just like all this stuff going on. Sometimes I do be feeling like when I do my homework, it's like I wish I was in the classroom because you can get a better response from your teacher. But now you got to wait on your teacher to respond to you and 800 other kids.
Yeah,
it's difficult.
That's true.
Although I could use the warm weather right now, though.
Right.
I think we all could use the warm weather.
Actually, I just want a good excuse to have the top down again.
Yeah, just drive down. Just drive down to Florida.
I gotta have a good excuse for it. With school and work, it's like
just call off work and then just don't go to school. That's what I did back in college. Just don't go to school.
Don't do that.
Oh wait, just
I still got the A.
I could just take the laptop with me.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. You work remotely.
Yeah.
That's a good point, though.
That's what I do.
Leave Sunday night after work. Come back into town Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, I was at home the whole time. I used that VPN. But anyway, next question. If you could speak passionately about a topic for 20 minutes without preparing, what would you talk about?
Something historical or geographical.
No, what would you talk about?
Well,
that's historical and geographical.
Well, shoot, just last Monday, I talked about the River Raisin Battlefield Park in Monroe. Didn't really prepare what I was going to say, and I somehow talked about it for 30 minutes.
I forgot that River Raisin was down there. Thank you for reminding me. What about you, Malik?
Damn. There's so many topics I would love to talk about. I could just unprepared for, but how about this fucking year?
2020.
How about this year?
So January we were going into World War III.
This whole year is one big just case study after case study. It is Walking Dead in real life.
Literally.
So what I just found out? That kind of pissed me off today. So you know how there's like quite a few companies that are working on the vaccine. One of them is Moderna.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had the vaccine since mid-February. The only reason why we were starting to hear about it within the last few weeks was just because they were still technically going through the whole like FDA phases of safety and stuff like that. But for the most part, all the researchers that did already know about it.
I don't think they're going through that. I don't think they're going through FDA phases of safety.
They felt confident enough already by like April.
America just want competition. That's all they want. That's all they want.
I see. They going after Letitia Wright for speaking up for what she believed in.
What she said?
She posted a video in her Twitter account about how this guy that she's following is skeptical about the coronavirus vaccine and how he doesn't trust it. Now, again, mind you, I don't fucking trust this vaccine because Basil's already brought up, hey, they had a vaccine months prepared before this thing was even like
Came over here.
in its full swing. So I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
No. It was like just like how who was it that did the whole interview with Trump and even said that like Trump knew the dangers of it back in February and first got intel that
was planned.
Cover was not planned. Cover was definitely not planned.
You know what? I have to.
But it is China's fault, though. I will say that.
I will say this. I have to agree with Mark on this one. I told my mom, I said, you know what? I think this whole thing is staged. I really do.
It was a pandemic, It was a pandemic, not a pandemic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's break it down here. All right. We're four smart men here on the call. Let's say that you are a billionaire, right?
Bill Gates, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I know where he was going.
Now, hold on. Let's say you own part or like deeds to like one of these big pharmaceutical companies.
Okay.
You have the right, or you actually have a deal, an indoor deal, backwards deal, what have you, one of these pharmaceutical companies.
Yep.
Let's say that you have whereabouts of a possible virus that's being cooked up in a foreign country. Now, this thing came out of where? We can all agree it came out of China. Right?
Wuhan, China, yep.
Wuhan, China. Now,
not far from where the original source came from, too.
The original source. Now, how is it that...
It sure was. I forgot about that. Go ahead.
Yep.
How is that a laboratory that exists in Wuhan, China?
Wait. Time out. Before you get to that point, technically coronavirus was created in America. It was created in Hawaii, then taken to China.
No, it was in China.
It was in China.
It was a SARS virus, bro. It's SARS, bro. That's all it is.
Hold on.
Yeah. It's just SARS.
It was in China.
It's just SARS-2 electric boogaloo. That's all it is.
Right. It's SARS-2, and it came from China. Then it went to Europe, and then it spread like wildfire. Now, how is it that these scientists not only listen? They knew what the fuck it was.
They did.
They knew what the fuck it was, and they knew how bad it could get.
Hold on. They said that. I mean, they say it came over here in February. However, people were getting sick over here in like November, October.
Yeah. Well, see, that was just his.
I got sick in November.
Even September.
Earlier than 2020, they were getting sick in like later half part of.
I got sick.
Now, hear me out.
Spoiler alert: I did not have COVID.
How is it that it takes years for mass production of a vaccine to go into fruition, but yet this little sucker only took about just shy of a couple of months.
So I get.
And now they use a computer to design the specific gene in order to pop out the specific protein compounds in order to counteract this thing. But if in the scientific community what would take years now it's been shortened to months, one has to wonder, did they plan it simply for that reason so that the public can take this new vaccine so somebody can get the money?
Yeah.
Now,
it's all about money. About money.
Now, this is my understanding.
Trump did it from the beginning. He said I'm going to pay the first one who do this vaccine for me. I'm like, somebody's making money off this virus.
I would like some answers.
No, someone's making money off the virus and the vaccine because someone's going to make a story about this.
I would like some answers.
And I'm ready. I'm making my story right now.
But help me out. What you got?
All right, so this is from my understanding, from what I've kind of gathered from experts and everything like that, from my understanding of it. Yes, it took only a matter of months because they first started hearing about it in rumors of it November and December, and were worried about it getting to the U.S. So what they did was they had started from that point making it, and basically had a basic vaccine in mid-February. Now, what the reason why it only took months was because it wasn't something that they created right off the bat. It wasn't anything like made from scratch. They took the original vaccines from the original SARS and just modified it to where what they believed was going to be combative against COVID. Now, like I said, the reason why they still were taking months was just because of there's still the whole protocol, like the 3 phases of testing to see how effective it is, 2 primary safety regulations, and then 3 efficiency. And there's no kind of getting around that. It's just things that are required by the FDA and CDC. And that's why I was saying where it's like I'm kind of mad, but at the same time I'm understanding where it's like, damn it, they're following the rules. I can't really be upset with them, but I just wish that they would have said something, save us all that trouble of the hydrodoxic bullshit.
Hydrochloroquine.
Yeah.
Again, that drug, but it's just I find it rather.
They could have told us about that before all that was even brought up. They could have told us about it then, but they're like, "Oh, we don't want to put too much faith." It's like we just had a president that just said, "Put bleach in your veins." I'm like, no, I think this is the perfect time for you to let us all know.
I just feel that right now, and you can say how you feel. I really feel like they rushed this vaccine. They are desperate, and they are having their backs against the wall.
Yeah. Now, that is why they're saying right now that it's still taking months since February to now. That's the reason, because they've done it so fast. That's why they're kind of doing extra steps of phase 1, of 2 and 3, because they're just making sure that phase 1 wasn't like, I know it's called Operation Warp Speed, but they're trying to make sure that it wasn't too much speed.
Well, here's the thing: you actually need 2 shots. You need the first one that you need to actually build it. From what I've heard, both of these shots don't contain the virus. They just contain
the material
to help take away what would affect you in getting the virus. And I'm like, wait a minute. But here's the thing: you can get side effects from it. I'm like, hold on.
Exactly. That's why I'm not taking it.
I thought vaccines were specifically dead viral cells that were used and harvested to be placed into our bodies in order to prevent the measles and the mumps and all that, and then
you actually have, believe it or not, you actually have different methods of how a vaccine technically vaccinates you. One, for instance, is, you could do the previous cells of those that had recovered from COVID and using their cells to create. That way you have almost like an artificial copy of COVID in your system to train your body to get used to it. But then you have the other traditional method for where you could not necessarily take the deactivated cells from COVID, but you could take it from something else that's like COVID, and try to train your body that way. Just like how, for instance, the original vaccine for smallpox, they didn't use smallpox cells. They used cells that had cowpox, and that was enough to train the body to then also be able to fight smallpox at the same time. And I'm trying to remember if I believe it's the one in Oxford, that one that's also being partnered up with, what was it, AstraZeneca or something like that. They're doing that method where they're not using the COVID cells. They're using like something that's like it. It's almost like using the original SARS. They're doing that method. That way you don't have to worry about necessarily the same side effects that you would have had from the other vaccines. But they're worried about the efficiency rate because it's not the actual COVID cells.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right.
And the reason why you still get side effects is because the reason why you still get side effects is just because even though you're getting the cells in your body, for those that have a weak immune system, or even people like me who are immunocompromised, it's still your body registering something that's foreign. Therefore, you get sick. Therefore, side effects.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. That's all fair. There's so much that I just trying to like take away from this year and this like this clusterfuck. I don't trust the media at all. I don't. I feel like the media has a way of warping your mind as it does. It can generate this type of emotion in order to sell advertisement. And the biggest advertisement is fear. Okay, fine. Now, I remember specifically a few months prior where Dr. Fauci was like, "Oh yeah, masks don't work." Then fast forward later, he's like, "Masks do work." Now, I'm like, listen, I'm advocating. I'm like, all right, let's put on your mask, whatever. But I get the science constantly evolving, but if people aren't on the same accord and you say one thing one week and then turn around and say another thing next week and then fast forward later, you turn around and say a whole different thing. It's like, well, wait a minute. I thought you guys already knew what this thing was. I thought you guys had already like deduced what the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I feel like there's things that they are not telling us specifically that they don't want us to know. B, can't share with the public due to trust. And C, I feel like, you ever heard, you know about triage?
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice the few to take many? That's what I feel like.
What?
That's how I feel.
Mark, you still there?
I'm here. I'm just wait. What did you say? The last part?
Sacrifice a few to save the many.
Okay. That's
pretty much cool.
He's playing 2K.
Vaccine.
I'm definitely not playing 2K.
He's playing GTA.
Definitely not playing GTA.
He's playing something.
Star Wars Fallen Order.
I knew it was something. Okay, so I can at least explain the masks. So the whole thing with the mask was just because at first they said don't bother with masks because at the time everyone just thought, oh, if I just wear a mask, I don't have to ever worry about COVID. And they're like saying, no, masks aren't going to work. They're not going to. It's not foolproof. It's not like wearing a hazmat suit. You still have a chance of getting sick, so why bother? But at the same time, that's when we still had the idea of social distancing, thinking, oh, people are going to listen to that. I think they can handle the concept of 6 feet. Yeah, just like Chris is like, yeah, like people are going to follow that. Like, and I'm with Chris. I don't have enough confidence in the.
That's like when we had the initial stay-in rules back in what was that, March, and it lasted till June.
I think
that's what helped the country. However, when they opened it up in around the 4th of July, I think that's when they opened it up the second time, and the numbers just skyrocketed.
Yeah, because people are hanging out with each other. It's like, oh, okay, cool. It's like, no, you idiots. It's not safe. It just means things are calming down.
Yeah.
And that's why they're saying wear masks.
Right. But see, I tell my dad this all the time. I tell my dad this. I tell my mom this. She don't want to hear it because, she's gung-ho about just watch the numbers, watch the media, and watch the numbers. I'm like, listen, Mom, Dad.
I ain't watching them numbers.
People are fatigued. People are fatigued. People have had enough. Do you know how annoying it sounds to hear the same thing
every day,
single day, on the minute, on the hour? every fucking day. And it's like, you know what? I get it. We have to save lives by doing this, by doing all this. But, you know, people, I mean, no, I give I give respect to the medical community because God only knows what they're going through. But again,
Right.
you are living in an environment that's really prone for you to want to leave your home all the time. It's kind of hard for you to then tell people stay at home, let alone stay 6 feet apart. And they, it's like, again, listen, if we were France, if we were Italy, if we
were Japan,
if we were even okay, if we were Japan, hell, I don't even think we're taking a step further. If we were China, we have a better chance. Think about that. Think about that.
Well, no.
Fucking China.
No. So I've had to explain this.
Hold on.
You would not want to be in China. You would not want to be in China during the whole COVID thing. Oh. You want me to tell you why?
You know
why
what?
would you want to be in China, Basil?
No.
Hey, inform the people, Basil.
So what a lot of people don't realize was at the very beginning when we were kind of still at that whole stage of, we don't have to worry about COVID, before March came around, you were hearing news reports of the police going around, especially around Wuhan. You had the police going around just, if they found anyone out on the streets, just arresting them. What they don't, and taking them off the streets so they didn't have to worry about infecting people. What they're not telling you is not only did they arrest you, but they beat the living snot out of you before they arrested you. So...
Okay, that's just LA. Go ahead.
Right. But imagine...
Go ahead.
I don't want to live in LA.
You're good.
I don't want that.
Rodney, no one like to be Rodney King.
It's like I don't want to go with Rodney King. So I'd rather be in Japan where everyone's more conscious. People are more willing to wear the mask. And yeah, you're right.
They're more respectful of one another.
I'd rather be in Australia. I'd rather be in Australia.
Oh yeah, New Zealand.
No, at the beginning of the year. So we're talking about things that went bad at the beginning, like starting at the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah,
we talking about World War. Yeah, the forest fires and the whole fuck the prime minister and stuff like that.
I'd still rather be there anyway.
Now I will say this because you're talking about the media. I don't really follow our media all that often. I'll follow PBS, NPR, USA Today. Otherwise, I will actually get my news sources also from foreign places that I can trust, like the BBC or NHK, which is like Japan's BBC, or so on and so forth, just to kind of make sure if the information matches one another. Because if it's not matching, then I know more than likely something on our end is just being sensationalized. But I was watching NHK the other day, and they were talking about how
the same thing about BBC.
No, they're like worst numbers. They're like, things are looking really bad today. We had 45 people in all of Japan die from COVID in one day. I'm like, 45? I'm like, shit, that'd be a good day just for Michigan. Like, hey, only 45 people died in Michigan today. It's like, awesome. They're like freaking out. I was like, holy crap, 45. I'm like, I'll take that any day.
Man, can you imagine if only 45 people died in the country alone? Yo, there's 2,000 plus people dying every day. We are setting records upon records because, like I said before, we are corona fatigued. We've had enough. And people have said, "Fuck it." You know what? It's more prevalent in Republican states than it is in Democratic states. I mean, even though it's everywhere, they show the map. If you look at the red spots, Texas, Idaho, both North and South Dakota, Florida, fucking what's the other middle? The middle states. The middle
states. Go ahead.
Are you talking about like Mima, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas?
Yeah. All states.
The marshland, or the grasslands, or the farmlands, all that. The Ozarks, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, I would say it's not so much of COVID
Oklahoma.
fatigue; it's more of just we have this whole sense of
entitlement.
we feel like we're super entitled to our personal freedoms, and it's not saying that I'm all against the Constitution or anything like that. But just to be clear, had the founding fathers had the information that we had today as far as what germs were, because back then they thought all you had to do was just attach leeches on you, you'd be cured. Turns out, that's not true. But if they had the information that we had today, even they would be like, yeah, I think we should,
That would have never been as bad as it was.
First of all, imagine if George Washington saw what America became today. He'd be like, yo, let's not
take credit.
No.
Let's just let him go.
All you'd have to hear was just, so we got a Republican and Democratic Party. He'd be like, you guys broke my first rule? Because he wanted no political parties whatsoever in this country. What's the first thing that happens after he's no longer president? Boom, 2 parties.
No, but it's crazy. Did y'all see how right after COVID happened in Europe, they were having cases of the bubonic plague? Not Europe, but China. It was China. They had cases of the bubonic plague in China.
Yeah. Well, okay, so yeah, and there was even Ebola, case of Ebola happening. Yeah, but the only thing is they were still isolated enough cases to where I guess
they ain't got no toilets. That's why.
Well, no. So I guess what it is every year there are a handful of cases of Ebola and bubonic plague in those same areas that happen. It's just when they leave outside those areas that people start freaking out.
The bubonic plague, I thought that was just like
bring around the rosy.
Right, that from rats. Like,
which guess what? The bubonic plague came from China. Came through the Silk Road.
Did it? I thought it came from Europe.
No, it came from the Silk Road. They brought it from China through the Silk Road, and the Silk Road's ending was in Europe. So,
anything.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Mark. This was gonna shock you. Guess what today's Silk Road is?
What?
The airports.
That's what I was about to say. The airports.
Airports, cruise ships. Oh wait, cruise ships in Italy? Oh snap. Wasn't that one of the biggest countries that got hit first?
That was dumb.
Because all the Chinese people go to Italy.
I'm going to go to Italy for a vacation. Why?
I don't understand why people go to Italy. Why do people go to Italy for vacation?
The culture, the weather, the food.
No, I'll talk about during like the pandemic when everybody was dying in Italy.
No, I'm talking about this anytime. Why do you go to Italy? I don't care about Italian culture.
The culture, the food.
No one cares about Italian culture. Italian food is disgusting. Go ahead. Keep going.
That's not true, but okay.
I'm not even Italian, and I'm hurtful.
No. Your version of Italian food and their version of Italian food are totally different things. It's disgusting.
I've had both versions, and I like both.
I like the Americanized version.
Now, I will say this. I don't care too much about Sicilian-style Italian
food.
What
about pizza?
Okay, now here's the thing. If you're going to do Italian-style pizza, it has to be like New York, and I don't care for that. I know I don't care for Italian-style pizza.
Detroit pizza is the best pizza.
Exactly. Give me my Buddies and my Jets all day, any day.
Jets is better than Buddies.
Fight
me, bitch.
You're
I'm
reaching.
not reaching at all. What you talking about? We went to Buddies.
You're reaching high as hell.
No, I'm not.
Because Jets is not that good, bro.
Yes, it is.
Sorry. Jets is not that good, bro.
Fuck you, Mark. Fuck
Mark.
you and your big belly, bro.
I got an unpopular opinion. Little Caesars is better than Jets.
Oh, you a ho for that.
Nope.
It's better because you can afford it. That's why people say Little Caesars better than Jets. No, because you can't afford an 8-quarter pizza.
I don't know, fam.
It tastes better.
No, it does not.
I don't know, fam.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you're kind of sus right now. Yikes, dude. I can see why Malik got out of the chat now. He's like,
that's my unpopular opinion, though.
You're right. That is unpopular, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
There's a whole.
I think Jet. No, because last time I had Jets, it was horrible.
Yeah, because you probably didn't get it right.
It was horrible.
Just because you had the pizza that the 16-year-old made doesn't mean that
All right.
Jack's Pizza.
Go to the one on Plymouth and Telegraph in the hood.
That's the one I went.
No, you did not. Stop lying.
Yes, I did.
Stop lying. Stop lying to the people.
That's where my ex stayed around that area. That's the one we went to.
That's probably why it was bad, because your ex stayed around there.
So it was horrible. So I've been eating Little Caesars, Buddies, Papa John's. Papa John's tastes better than I thought. I thought Papa John's would have been like it's overrated. But
it tastes okay. It's not the best.
It's not the best, but it's pretty good. It's like
stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
I thought it was
not pretty good.
No, I thought it was gonna be like I thought it was gonna be shit. But if I went to a party and somebody had but if I went to a party, somebody poured out Papa John's pizza, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not eating.
That's the only pizza they got. You have to eat it. That's not, what are you talking about, Mark?
Chris,
I wouldn't be disappointed.
Chris, you act like we had never been through this situation before.
We have.
Chris.
If someone brings in like 8 pizzas for Papa John's, you can be like, "Oh, I'm gonna order me a Little Caesars." You ain't go. That's just rude.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway.
Low key, I do it too. We got to meet you in the backyard.
Now, Chris, which one would you rather have to have to deal with, Papa John's or Domino's?
Domino's, because Domino's tastes better.
See, to me, they both equally suck.
Domino's pizza is amazing.
It used to be so bad.
It used to be the most worst pizza in the world.
It used to be so bad. Like
no. Basil. Let me paint you a picture. Domino's was so bad, we had to go to Happy's.
Yes, that's how bad Domino's was.
Happy's was good for a good 3 years.
Yes.
Until Domino's did their recipe better.
Because where I lived in Ecorse, like
there's Happy's over there.
But you know where I'm coming down when I'm coming down Southfield to get to my house, how it's like there's
a Domino's and there's a crazy pizza.
It used to be a pizza connection, and then it's a liquor. Right now, it's a liquor store. That liquor store right there on Southfield used to be a Pizza Hut, and that pizza connection used to be a Domino's. So Mark just said his whole history of his neighborhood. His whole neighborhood has gone to shit.
Now,
pretty much.
I will say this because I am.
They turn on the AMC. They turn on the Old Navy.
No, not the AMC.
They put in all the Mexican restaurants, which are good, by the way. So
they shut down a Burger King and rebuilt it 2
years
later.
That's the strip. That's Dixon.
On Jefferson. No, on
Jefferson. Oh yeah. That's a bad one.
One thing I am jealous of.
I know what you're talking about.
One thing I'm jealous of you though is you still have a Cottage Inn pizza.
I got one right down the street.
Yeah, I have one down the street from my house.
Dude, we don't have Cottage Inn in Toledo anymore. We had like the one Cottage Inn that was in Toledo. It was right there on Alexis by Telegraph, just right near where I live. And they're like, "Yeah, we're not selling well." It's like bullshit. We were getting you guys like 2 days, like a week. You know.
That's not enough to pay the mortgage, though.
Yeah, apparently we must have been the only 2 pieces they were making.
Right, you gotta go there 5 times a week and get a whole meal.
I could have swore they were doing a lot better than we thought. I mean, I was just so upset. I was like,
Basil was about to go on strike.
It's like, I need my pizza. Like, go to Little Caesars down the street.
Man, we don't even have a Little Caesars by the house. We have a freaking Domino's. I'm so pissed by that.
Get their chicken Alfredo.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
In the bread bowl.
Domino's.
No, if I want chicken Alfredo, if I want chicken Alfredo, I'm going to Fazoli's.
No, Fazoli's is trash. Fazoli's has always been trash to me.
Domino's side dishes now. They side the little like the breadsticks and stuff like that.
Yeah, the only Fazoli's I've been to was the one. Actually, I've been to 2. There was one in South Michigan, and there was one right outside Cedar Point.
How do y'all feel about Buscemi's though?
What?
Buscemi's.
What's that?
Oh, it's downtown. I'm gonna have to take you now. You have to go to Buscemi's. Yes, another food tour.
What is it?
It's a pizza place. It's like an Italian place, but it's like really good pizza.
Downtown Detroit?
Yes.
I ain't never seen it before. Is it new?
Research. I saw it last summer, over the summer, so
it has to be new because I never heard of it before.
Look up Buscemi's.
How do you spell it?
Buscemi.
Like Steve Buscemi.
Oh, the original Buscemi's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a suburb place. That's why we don't know about it. That's an East Side thing.
It's downtown. It's so good.
No, that's a new location. They're from the East Side.
Oh, okay.
Like Sterling Heights, East Side.
Oh, that's the deep East.
Like Park, actually.
No. East Side. That's East Side. You say East. When you see Gratiot and East, you say East Side. When you see Telegraph and 7 Mile, West Side.
No, Telegraph and 7 Mile. That's how you know, okay, we're going into the danger zone. Put your seatbelt on.
Right. Anywhere 7 Mile. We got to watch that video again.
We literally watched the video of a dude drive from East 7 Mile to West 7 Mile.
No. He drove from Grosse Pointe Woods all the way to freaking, what was it, Whitmore Lake?
Whitmore Lake.
I'm like, fam, why you doing this for us, bro?
That's a long drive, too.
I'm so happy he did that.
What if he probably not even from nowhere near the city.
He was. He didn't know nothing about Detroit. He was like, this is what the 7 Mile Bloods are. I was like, no. The 7 Mile Bloods are in Shader. And
matter of fact, the 7 Mile Bloods don't even exist no more. They just
they still exist. Oh, they still exist.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a group of niggas now.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
they
that block.
Hang out. They still exist. That's why I don't hang out on 7 Mile no more. I hang out on 6 Mile.
He said I hang out on 6 Mile.
I hang out on 6 Mile.
How long till you have to be on 5 Mile?
Man, no. Just like, okay, so I went to the Cat Williams show a few years ago with my ex, and Cat Williams said the most accurate statement about Detroit.
What did he say?
He said, when you look at the mile roads, the lesser the number is, the more dangerous it gets. You do not want to be on 5 Mile at all.
Oh.
You really don't. Actually,
it's a sweet spot between 6 and 7 Mile. That works.
We went to this place to Zukin's on 5 Mile. It was actually pretty good.
What? On 5 Mile?
It's a Zukin's on 5 Mile.
What's a Zukin?
Sounds delicious. I'm gonna.
How do you spell it?
Zukins.
That's crazy. Zukin's Rib Shack?
Oh, we're definitely going.
Yes.
Lincoln Park?
That's in Lincoln Park.
They got one in Lincoln Park and there's one on 5 Mile. Just type in Zukin's 5 Mile.
The only one I see is the one on Dix.
No, I see it.
Type in Zukin's 5 Mile.
It
looks way better than the one in Lincoln Park.
It's technically in Livonia. It's technically in Livonia.
That's when you know that the place only takes cash when you got differentiated by the roads. Oh, that's on Farmington. I don't trust Farmington.
No, it's actually pretty good out there. I'm not gonna lie.
I know it's good. It's Farmington Road. They're just racist. They'll just pull you over because you're black.
Pretty much. But
I'll just go with you. Don't worry.
No,
we'll go. Next time you come up here, we'll go.
Okay.
This is a good Rib Shack.
We got to call Chris.
Yeah, let's say, Chris, are you gonna go this time? We called you last time.
You called me last time, but I was at work.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
I don't care if I didn't go because y'all were going to freaking Fish. What is it? Fish House, and I've been there before.
Fish Station.
Y'all want to go? Y'all want to go Saturday? Next Saturday?
Next Saturday I'll be in Iowa, so I can't go.
And
I want to go this Saturday.
This Saturday I can come.
Basil?
Dude, my Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are all like you're better off like on a weekday.
Thursday?
Can't do Thursday.
Oh God!
I don't get paid till Friday.
Friday?
Put in your credit card.
Exactly. I don't get paid till Friday. I'm paying off my credit card.
Friday, Basil, are you good Friday? No.
No, I just said Fridays, Saturdays,
No.
and Sundays are all day working.
I know.
So why'd you
Alright,
ask?
Hold on one second.
Anyway, that's been
I forgot.
that's been another edition of Great Debaters. See y'all next.